Greetings. All right, this is the chat question portion of the video. So, or whatever we'll call it. It's been a long week. So, all right, much love, and we'll connect to Arcturian. I believe I know who it is. So. Greetings. I am Arcturian, your favorite Arcturian. Blessings. There are galactic updates, not at this time. They have to go through review first before we can mention to your Earth. So if you have questions, I'll be happy to answer.
Yes, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, sorry about my dog. From Shaoma, why did I reject an offer from my guides last night? Is this offer to do with a new soul agreement or a 3D related job offer?
I believe it's a 3D job offer. You're going by what feels right for you, and not always what your guides guide you to is always the best of your interests, it seems. So, but it feels like you're going in the direction you feel is right for you. Thank you.
And any messages for her?
Yes, you're going into a cleanse, becoming more of who you are. You're also connecting more to angelic realms. You have a position there that has not been mentioned that is very of the higher echelon. I believe Ivan will go into that more detail with you later. But you have a very we will get back to you. But as for your power is slowly coming back to you, and it will be advancing rapidly over time. First, to find this job that will bring you happiness, at least enough where you can function in the world properly, that will come first, and then your power will come second.
Next is Jess444. What alien race abducted me when I was 10 years old, and what occurred? Did this happen more than once, and do they have any message for me now? Blessings.
Oh, yeah. This is the Greys. It did happen more than once. Also the Syrians, also the reptilians. I believe you know of that connection. But not always negative. Also the tall blondes have been around you often in your part, but that was mostly a friendship. It wasn't really an abduction. It was mostly friends hanging out, basically, is what I see. But as for anything else there, not the same. That's
Yeah. And next is Jamie Casablancas. Are there any messages for my good friend Jose from any ETs or his guides?
Yes, he has a message. He has a close connection to the Greys and the Blue Palladians. As for a message, I do see many interesting. I do see many duck people around you. Understand this is going to become more the norm of your animal beings showing up as aliens. I just want to, yes, there's a galactic update right there. So again, some have been having it here and there. That's going to increase. I can give you one update, and this is a message to you also. This race is a family of yours, this duck species. It is for you to discover, but it is very alien humanoid, but with a duck appearance. This will bring you much happiness also because they are hilarious to connect to. This is why this is being brought up. But also because there's so much seriousness here. They want to at least to chop it up a little bit, as they say. That is the message. That is for the time. There's personal mess, but nothing. It'd be all right. Thank you.
Yeah. And her next question is, what type of jobs did I have in my past incarnations, and was I successful?
Who's the name of this person again? One moment.
Jamie Casablancas?
Interesting. One moment. Yes, as a carpenter, strangely enough, I'm not sure if you'll ever connect to this. But I do see you as during your middle ages, you were a part-time comedian. Court gesture. I do not believe it went as for success. It was successful for some time, but it didn't. It became unsuccessful. I believe you added politics to much of your comedy routines, so it became unsuccessful after that. But I wanted to at least put that into your knowledge base. You might not be able to connect to it in this reality because you're far different, but it should bring much humor to you. I will leave you with that. Thank you.
Okay. Next is Joe L&E. Are there any messages for me?
Messages from your angelic realms. You're an angel reincarnated at one time. You have other aspects as angels, yes. But your angel connections will help you in your day. You connect more with your angel energies to see yourself as an angel. This will assist you in becoming more spiritual and more aware of what is around you. Thank you.
And next is Carol McLaughlin. Blessings to you. My sister and I were recently contacted about being an heir via our grandfather to some mineral rights property in Oklahoma, and I wondered if this is a scam or is it true?
I would investigate this more. That is all I have. That's all I can go into. Investigate it more. That is all.
Okay, and are there any messages for me? Much love to you.
I believe you're aware of your canine connections. They've been connecting to you more often, it seems. And also, the Arcturian family says hello to you. Your family is very Arcturian. Of course, they might be stubborn to realize that. You are in a Arcturian family more than you realize. They've been here as humans for some time, but they're very Arcturian also. Meaning you had this family as an Arcturian family at one time. The same people. And now you're a human. Thank you.
Okay. Next is Raw N. Are there any recommendations for my adrenal fatigue health challenges?
One moment. Yes, one moment. All I see is there's not enough fluids, water fluids, going through. I would take it easy on yourself. As for your body is asking you to rest, so I would rest. Your energy will come back, but will take some time. You're going through yes, I see a troubling time as for health. Yeah, I see this. I would just take it easy on yourself. It will come back to you eventually. As your body is telling you to rest more. That is all I have for that at this time.
Okay. And are there any messages for them?
There is much alien activity around you at this time. Many portals are being opened because there's much reptilian energies around you. And that is another reason why you feel this health fatigue. That makes sense. We'll send you energy, but there is, yes, a heavy reptilian presence around you. This is why you don't feel well. We will send energy to you. It seems like they have been going unnoticed for some time. And they seem to be absorbing your energy to a certain extent. I don't believe they are aware they are doing it. They are to a certain degree, but they're not there to do it maliciously, but they're doing it. There's much more to that, but I'll leave you with that. Thank you.
Next is Moses. Last night I woke up because I felt a presence of a being. It was standing at the end of my bed, but I couldn't see it. So I said, "Thank you for visiting me," and went back to sleep. Who was it and why was it there? If not, any messages?
It was a Palladian being. Just observing, that's all. A tall blonde Nordic. But they might not have showed themselves in that form. Nothing to worry about. They're just observing, but you have a connection with them, but there's no need to go into it at this time.
Okay. And what is my connection to Yeshua?
You are a brother of his in a past life on another world. I believe it was actually an Arcturian world during his younger years. Thank you.
Okay. And next is Donna Riggs. In the dream, I am sitting in a booth at dinner reading a GQ magazine surrounded by folks. Strangely, George W. Bush's head was on the models. Noticing how weird, I commented, then the people moved closer to see. 3 people in trench coats moved close to me fast. Then one stuck his finger into my belly button and leaves a rectangle piece of wire with 3 rings around it. Next dinner lifts off like a UFO. Was so real, I woke and checked my stomach to see if it was there. Explain this, and do I have any implants?
You don't have any implants, but yes, they were. You can say you were involved in many projects. Yes, you're very close to the government, but as a positive being, you're not remembering much of this. You're also remembering the hoax going on your planet at this time of your presidential system. And this hoax is known to you very well. And you are not a part of it, but you are aware of what is going on. You're more of a positive being during these conversations. This dinner conversation, as an alien, you've been connecting to them. I do not believe it's during dinner, though. You don't do those things, but it is your mind telling you, giving you ideas. You're asking yourself for more information. Now you're receiving it. That even this presidential system, you're well aware of it, of its inner workings. So when it comes through, it's like, oh, I cannot believe that. That's unbelievable. Trust me, most likely it is true. Of your knowledge of it, of how they are chosen, and you play a role there as a positive being, though. I believe you speak to them. One moment. You negotiate much with these people in a positive way, too. There's a lot here I cannot say. I probably said too much, but not really. But that's why some of this doesn't make any sense. That is all. Thank
you. Okay. And her next one is, I live in Southeast Missouri. Are there any portals where I live? If so,
yes.
Where? If so, where? We see lots of UFOs out here in different sizes and shapes. Can we get them to stop and say hello? It's very rural here, so no one would see them. Enjoyed the Disney tour in Novak. Thank you. Blessings. Much love.
Yes, their alien friends are saying there's one in your backyard, but they cannot make themselves known. They will try, but they can't. But some are It seems like some maybe reptilians are becoming a little bit more. What's the word? Well, you might see a glimpse of them, like in a holographic way. That is as close as they can get as for connecting with you. See them more of a spirit form. It depends. It depends how far they can go because the governments here are monitoring everything, so they can't exactly land their ships and say hello. They'll be more than happy to do so, but they can't at this time, it seems. But there are many portals. There is one very close to you. Thank you.
Okay. Next is Thomas Peterson. I've heard my reptilian incarnations are hard or bad. Can you elaborate this? I've seen images of these lives. Are these past memories? Because they're not very nice to look at.
Yes, those are hard, but also your Weirin lifetimes are not easy either. You've had wars with the reptilians as a Weirin being. So yes, you've had lifetimes as a reptilian, but those are actually more positive. Well, you weren't exactly the most positive reptilian, but yes, those are very hard for you to see. As a Weirin, you are affected emotionally very much by those wars with the reptilians. So yes, you were in combat with them in different ways, through ship, through war, on the ground, in different ways. It was very traumatic for you. And it still is with you today. But as a reptilian also there is much, but mostly is your Weirin energies, you see. This is where most of the trauma is. Thank
you. Okay. His next question is, have I in other reincarnations piloted starships, traveling through space and portals? I do love spaceship games. And which race did I belong to when doing this? Much love to you from me and Norway.
Oh yes, many. As Arcturian, as a Zeta, as a Weirin, as a Palladian, many different species. There's more than that. There's even as an insectoid. You've had many lifetimes on ships. It seems like when you're incarnate, yes, you have a life on the planet, but then you go into space. So yes, you've had many, many space lifetimes. Thank you.
All right, that's the end of the chat room questions, but I have one for me.
Yes.
Are there any suppressive energies around my children right now? I know they're going to be learning on their own and whatnot, and they need to do it on their own, but I just want to know what's around them because their energies have gone down a lot and they're getting really grouchy and really closed in.
Yes, there's much reptilian energies around them. Reptilian vampires, it seems, they are lowering their vibration so they can become negative. You can connect to those reptilians and release them or send them energy. But yes, there's one way to make your children depressed. That way they do negative things because it's not an easy environment when you're being suppressed by that type of energy. But we will send you energy.
Yes. Thank you. I thought so. And is there anything around me as well that's suppressing me?
Not at this time. It seems to be mostly around your children at this moment.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you.
That's much love.
Much love. Thank you so much.
We do have much. We did a galactic update for a second. That's all we can do for this time. We might have another connection with this one through his walking tour. We'll see how it goes. So much love to you. And good night, humanity, for now. Take care of yourselves. All right. Much love and thank you. Catch you guys later.